So I moved to LA. I need a beat.
Give me a beat.
I hopped up the plane out to LAX with a dream in my cardigan. Welcome to the land of phoenixes. Whoa, am I gonna fit in? Jumped in the car, here I am for the first time. Look to the right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everybody seems so famous.
Thank you for watching my party in the USA music video. That is a depiction of how I felt when I was moving here. The reality. Okay, let me take you back in time to the fateful year of 2020. Long ago, in the land of Nairobi, I got accepted to study at a school in San Francisco, California. Then, as you can imagine, the pandemic hit. I had to study from home. And you guys, I was doing a master's in IT course. The instruction is not the same, the level, the quality is not the same. And the only reason why I chose to do that course is because it's a STEM course, which is science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So for STEM courses, when you come to the US and study them, they give you an extra 3 years where you're able to work in the US. And yeah, I wanted to come here and stay here for a bit. No more America. I was in my dry ass bedroom studying that hard course. And then pair that up with the pandemic and all the internal battles that we were all going through. I just couldn't take it. I could not take it. I dropped out of that school and disappointed everyone in my life once again.
I tried to pay, he begged me to stay. Babe, I'm not staying, I just wanna play.
Then in my pandemic depression and in my post-dropout depression and in my disappointment of the family depression, I discovered TikTok. That was the only thing that brought me joy. I used to make videos and people loved them, and I realized I actually have like a dope sense of humor, and it changed my life, guys. I'm not even talking about the money and opportunities that came from it, but the self-discovery that came from it, the career prospects, and just the shift in my mind that came from it. I just sat down and thought back to my childhood. Like, I've always been a creative person. Like, since I was a kid, I would write plays, I would act, I would make clothes for my dolls, I would do all this stuff. And I was like, damn, Sheila, you're actually creative. And I've been trying to fit into this other side that is so technical, and this is why I'm a disappointment, because I keep trying to fit myself into all these places where I actually do not fit. So TikTok really changed everything for me. So then with this in mind, I tried to apply for school again, right? But this time I was like, yeah, now I know I'm creative. Now I know that I want to do something more in the entertainment industry, you know, in the creative industries. So I paired digital marketing, which is a STEM course, with cinematic and dramatic arts. And this time I said I'm going to LA. Like, LA is the place you want to be if you want to be in the entertainment industry. So I applied to study in LA. And this time, they even gave me a scholarship after seeing everything I'd been doing on social media. And this is what happens when you follow your real dream. And then, as you guys know, the US Embassy was wilding as usual. So when I go to apply for my visa interview, guess what date they give me? Guess what date they gave me? They gave me an interview date in 2024. And that time I'm applying for my visa when? 2021.
Truth is, I'm tired.
I just said, you know what, God, it's fine. You have said I'm not going to the US, I'm not going. It's fine. I'll focus on my career. I'll build myself here in the entertainment industry here in Kenya. And that's what I did. And I kept growing. I kept working with brands. Then I think in August 2022, they appointed like a new ambassador to the embassy, and her main priority was fixing all the interview mess. I get an interview date of August 9th. So it's August 2022, and my school is telling me if you still want to do this course, you'll have to report here by August 22nd. So in less than 3 weeks, I had to make the decision. Am I going? Am I staying? Am I going? Am I staying? This time, my content creation career is flourishing. I'm working with so many amazing brands. I'm making so much money. And I have to decide if I want to leave all that and venture into the unknown. So you know what I told myself? I was like, I will always have a Kenya to come back to. Career-wise, I wasn't sure if I would be able to pick up from where I left. I just knew that I will always have a Kenya to go back to, but I will not always have an LA to go to with a scholarship to do the course of my dream. Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And so I weighed the options and I was like, I'm going to regret not going to LA more than I will regret leaving Kenya. Like, yeah, there's sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I wish I stayed in Kenya for this and that. But I'm so sure if I stayed in Kenya, I would regret that more, because Kenya is already familiar. I already know what to expect there. This other place, I don't know what to expect. So I would always wonder what could have happened, what could have happened. And that's how I moved to LA. In the 4 months that I've lived in LA, so much has happened. I have attended LA Fashion Week. I've met Michael B. Jordan. I've met Ruby Rose. I have seen my favorite artist The Weeknd in concert. Been able to cultivate a tribe of amazing, amazing, amazing friends, which is so shocking to me because me, I struggle with friendships, guys. But I've also met someone who tried to traffic me. This guy kept trying to convince me about how much money we can make with my body. He was like, you know, first of all, you're foreign, you're African. We can make like $5,000 in a day off your. I've also gone on a date with a guy. He showed me his in public, and then on top of that, he had the audacity to say,
yeah, if you stick around, this will be your new best friend.
I also briefly dated someone who ended up going to jail, guys. It was a DUI, which is not as serious as like murdering someone, but he went to jail. If any of you has watched Real Housewives of Atlanta, there's this housewife called Sheree who was in like a 5-year relationship with someone that was in jail, and she was always on the phone like,
"This is a prepaid call from an inmate at the county correctional facility."
and I was like, how? Could never be me. Could never be me. I coded very hard. I was receiving those inmate calls, like me, a whole me. Guys, one day I'll write a book. I'll write a book one day. Also, LA is expensive, guys. My first Uber ride here was $60, and I'm telling you, the distance we drove, that $60 is worth 12 rides of that same distance back home. That day I felt like crying. 7,000 on one Uber ride. I was about to go crazy, guys. And then in this city, the clout you have is very important. Lead with the number of followers you have. Lead with who you know. If you're Kim Kardashian's best friend, you use that. There's this one guy, we met, we networked at an event, we exchanged social medias. And then he looked at my social medias and was like, the rest of the people we met that day, he was like, this is Sheila, she has 100,000 followers on TikTok. This is Sheila, she has 100,000 followers on TikTok. This is if you have no followers, you deserve no rights in LA. Sometimes I'm like, I'm in LA, the land of opportunity. Like, I'm literally one conversation, one connection, one meeting, one event away from achieving my wildest dream. Someone will just tell you, hey, my friend Justin has a party this weekend. You're like, oh, okay, fine, I'll come with you to Justin's house. When you go, it's Justin Bieber. My friend Selena has a little brunch thing at Melrose. It's just a little, like, you know, a brunch thing. You go, it's Selena Gomez. This city, I've just learned, if someone tells you, oh, my friend Catherine or my friend Martin, think about the most famous Martin you know, that's where you're going. How did one friend of mine just invite me to a fashion show? She's like, you know, let's just go to this fashion show, you know, yeah, we're going for a fashion show, and it's a raised fashion show. And I was about to say no. I have learned not to say no to anything. Go everywhere. Your life in this city can literally change overnight, and sometimes it's just because of who you talked to. I also like the culture here. It's very diverse. I've met people from literally every country in the world. I also like the culture because people there mind their business. They drink water and matcha and they mind their business. They're just like, the craziest thing in the world could be happening, and they're just like, yeah, but it's just another day in LA. And I'm like, you guys, do you not see that this man is strip dancing in the middle of the supermarket with a boombox speaker? Oh, that's just another day. That's just another day in LA. Just another day. Nothing I will ever do in the city is too crazy. I will be shooting my videos in the middle of a very busy road and people will just walk by. They don't care. That is something that has really helped me so much with my confidence, because I was always so scared of shooting in public. I would always shoot in my room back in Kenya because I'm just like, anywhere I go, it's like, Sheila. Like, here, so far, nobody knows me. And even if they knew me, they don't care that much. But then again, I am in LA, I am far from home. And there are so many constant reminders that, and yeah, you're far from home. Like when I'm just shopping and some random Karen decides to come and she's like, hey, do you work here? I was looking for this in a smaller size. First of all, you guys, I dress extra AF. That time, I even have a better outfit than them. And they're like, excuse me. Like, I have had to practice the art of patience. Or when you're ordering something in the restaurant or, you know, somewhere, and you're like, could I have a glass of water? And you're like, huh? A glass of water? Huh? A glass of water? Huh? And then I say, okay, could I have a glass of water? And I, oh, okay. So what's the difference between water and water? Because I said water, your mind is glitching. You don't know what I'm saying. I even stopped judging these people who come to America and they have a new accent the next week, because it is a survival tactic out here. And sometimes you don't forget. Like sometimes I call my parents and I have my Americanized accent, and I'm like, oh, now I'm talking to Kenyans. I need to change back, because it's a survival. These people, they don't understand. My action plan is to get rich, get famous, get into the entertainment industry in any way, shape, or form, because I can write, I can perform, I can act. I'm multi-talented, I'm multi-hyphenate, I am multifaceted. I just know that the possibilities are endless, and I'm in the best place to take advantage of all the opportunities. And I'm going to do whatever it takes. Okay, not whatever it takes.
Nobody nothing knows me and you are fucked. Nobody nothing knows.
Also, I go to USC, which is like the best school in California, and I'm so blessed to be here because the opportunities that are presented to us, you guys, like we got a guest lecture from Mindy Kaling, Prentice Penny, who's the showrunner of Insecure. I got to sit in a place where we were asking Kenya Barris from Blackish and the You People movie, and we could ask him questions about like, what was your thought process behind this and that and that, and he's answering us. Like, I'm so blessed to be in this school, you guys. I also recently got accepted to a comedy school. I know I'm funny, but I've been trying to refine my comedy such that I can perform and I can write for like TV shows and stuff. I'm also trying to establish myself as a content creator here, because one thing about this country, guys, they will pay for creativity. So I'm doing a million different things because I know I want to perform, write, act, but I also love creating digital content, and one of them will work out, or even all of them will work out. Manifest something, you put your work into it. Why wouldn't you get it? Why wouldn't you get it? Now, this could go one of two ways. I could make it big on my own, and it would take me a very, very, very long time, but I would still probably make it big in the end. And when I'm doing my acceptance speech, I would be like, I did it on my own. Everyone abandoned me. Everyone forsook me. Everyone hated me, but I was strong. I was resilient. I fought my enemies. I fought my haters, and I made it here. Or I could make it big with your support, and my acceptance speech will go like, I'm so grateful for my fans, my Sheila-nators. Yeah, my Sheila-nators. This one is for you. This imaginary award in my hand is for you. And you will feel like you are part of something bigger. And you will have happiness in your heart. You know, a dash of serotonin. And you can add to your CV that I made Sheila who she is. So you can choose how you want this to go. As creators, we can be good, we can be great, we can be excellent, we can be the best. But we need support to get to where we want to go. Like, we are not creating in a vacuum. If you make a movie, people have to watch it, you know. If you make a song, people have to listen to it. That is the only way that you will gain credibility and you will get into the rooms that you want. You know that I'm talented, you know that I'm creative. So you're not going to be supporting something that is mediocre. Even just sliding into my DMs and being like, Sheila, you got this. Messages like that just go so far for me and for my mental health. When I'm in the pits, I go through all those words of affirmation that people send me. Like, they support your favorite creator in any way you can. They need it. Creators are people that are very sensitive. To be able to create things, you're in your mind a lot. So you're very sensitive. Our vice is our virtue. So we can be torn down by a lot of things. One small thing can just be like, okay, I'm done creating. So we really need that support. And yeah, I think I'm speaking for all creators when I say support us. In conclusion, I'm done playing with myself, so I present to you my journey as I try to make it in LA, and as I try to just make it in an industry that is very hard for a lot of people, guys. It's hard. You guys have basically watched the meltdowns I have in my room alone at like 2 a.m. in the morning, but this time I filmed it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Pray for me or do whatever you do when you know someone is going through a lot. Visit your shaman. Is that a thing? I don't even know, man. Do whatever you believe would help me, okay? Don't go to a witch. I love you. Bye.